So thank you once again for finding time to be here. We'll make this meeting quick. We want to provide value. On the energy team, we always provide value. We make sure you get more and more of value. That is what we are known for, all right? And we are growing a team of people who become traders and milking the blockchain. All right, so thank you very much once again for being here. Now, the first item on the agenda is how to milk the top gainer coins with a 1 minute chart, testimonials, and more. So the floor is open. We want people to tell us, how are they milking the top gainer, coins with a 1 minute chart? Of course, we have the video. The video is there for anybody who wants to learn, all right, the basics. But share with us the testimonials we have been getting. I don't want to be the one to explain it at the get-go. I want others who have been milking this system to share with us. Because some people will say, is it not the same system that everybody's using? Why is my own different? All right, what do people need to know? The floor is open to leaders and all members to share for the benefit of everyone. You can just unmute yourself and speak freely. This is a members meeting. Oh, thank God, Madam Happiness is here. And I hope she has some good network today. She's one of those that has gotten the hang of it. Now, one of the things I'll tell you about our trainings, even the free training, is that most times people don't see the power of it until later when they comprehend. So when I did those trainings, a lot of people never even thought it was powerful, but I knew what I was putting on the table. But a lot of people never felt it was that powerful. And so they didn't really take action to pay attention. All right. And that was how, until it became viral, before some members of the team decided to say, oh, this thing Coach Nam said, is it possible that it's... All right. So the floor is open.
Okay, sorry, I'm just coming in. I don't know. Is there anything we are supposed to say?
Yeah, we're talking about the 1 minute chart. This people are milking the top gainer coin. So some people are still finding it difficult, even though it's in the video. Some people are still finding it difficult to understand how we do it. So the floor is open for everybody to say, okay, how do you do it that is working for you, so that others can learn?
It's not, for me, it's no hide. It's no hide. From what I see there, you enter the thread through our TGS method. You check the top gainers, use your Bollinger Band and KDJ to determine your entry point. If your Bollinger, the candles are on the middle Bollinger or the lower Bollinger, has built a green candle, and your KDJ, has crossed and is pointing up, then you know that the coin is good to enter. What you will do is to go to 1 minute chart and check where the candle is too. You also need to check the KDJ, whether it's pointing up or down, in as much as you want to work on the 1 minute chart. 1 minute chart, right? That's what I should call it. In as much as you want 1 minute, you check your 1 minute too. If the KDJ is pointing down, you know that you need to wait. For KDJ has to agree with the 15 minutes. If the KDJ is pointing up and your candles are okay, when you enter, you'll be taking profits based on your 1 minute chart. Sometimes when I used to take 1.02, that's my setting. Sometimes it doesn't pass like that. If I'm busy, I use 1.02. If I'm not busy, I only use 1.5. Because sometimes I see that trend gets to 1.4 and come down. If it's coming down, I'll just take profit. Sometimes I set it at 1.02 and it will be giving me 1.5, 1.4, 1.3, depending on where it got to and cut. So it doesn't give me lesser, it gives me up. So that's what I've been using with my little change. I trade for some of my downline that are busy. Sometimes it's not my account. So I begin to monitor. You don't get that, you don't get everything you want in that video on one watching or watching it once. No. First, watch the 15 KDJ, as in the TGS strategy. Watch the two video. Then you come and watch the one on 1 minute. At least I've gotten two downline that are doing well on that now because they followed the way I showed them. Then they started taking profits on that 1 minute. My younger sister is the example. In fact, she's doing so well. Today, with that $300, she made 40 something. Yesterday, she made 105 because she watched. In fact, every 2 days, she rewatch the three of them. Every 2 days, she must rewatch it. She don't get tired watching it. And when you learn it, you see that it's very simple to apply. Many of us have not learned it. Many of us have not watched it well. I asked some people in my team. Some have watched it halfway. Some watch it once. Some have not watched it upon. I send it one by one. I use my hand privately, sending it to them, not in the group. I forwarded it to all of them one. Please watch this because I know if they are doing well, I'll also be earning from it. So it's my duty to make sure they watch it. So some people get lazy when it comes to rewatching Zoom meeting. Sometimes I don't have good network. Since 3 days now, we'll have network. So you see, I can join the Zoom. Sometimes I don't have network, but that Zoom recording, I'll go there, rewatch it. Like this trend line, I've not really understood it because I've not watched it for 2 times. Before I watch that trend line Zoom recording 5 times, I'll grab one thing. So I will encourage everyone to go back and watch this video. It is so self-explanatory. To me, I don't know. It's so. Okay, one of my downline came today. I had to watch it yesterday before coming. The one that said he's coming to my house yesterday, I didn't come back from where I went to on time. So she came today. When she came today, she was the one teaching others. From what she's saying, I got to know that this woman has grabbed it. She said with somebody's money that is in her hand, she was able to make $40 because hello, are you there?
Yeah, I said, wow.
Okay. Yeah, IJ. She told me she's coming to my house. I told her to come by 2, but I couldn't come back from Ebeda on time. So today she came, but she has already finished watching. Today she made 20 something dollar. Yesterday that she watched this video, she made, so together she made $14, which she can't make with that little amount before. She was that this thing is too good. So she came again and asked 1 or 2 questions. So one-on-one like that, I'm picking the one-on-one. If they can grab it, the business will be good. Take it easy. So go back, everybody. I urge everybody, go back and watch it. Start from the top gainers, TGS strategy. Watch the 2 video. Come back to ones on 1 minute. You learn how to pick be taking profits. In fact, the 1 minute is all about taking profits. When to go in, when to come out. My own, I don't leave anything on the table. Once it's retracing, I'll pick my, so far is above 1%. I've already collected it. Wait for it to retrace. I went there again, I check my 15 minutes. If the 15 minutes is still good to enter, I'll go back and enter from 1 minute again. Before they will take 3% from a trade, I've already taken 5% from that particular trade. Even when I started teaching my downline, I don't even have money to trade it. There are some of my downline that can log into the account. I will be trading for them. They don't know that I'm trading for them. They will just see money. So that is just it.
Awesome. So one critical point you mentioned on the 1 minute chart, what do you look for before entering?
Okay, I look at KDJ.
Good.
KDJ, because even if it's on the lower Bollinger or even the middle Bollinger or above the middle Bollinger and KDJ is still up, If I enter, I will take 1 point. It must give me 1.1%.
Good. Great. So thank you very much, Madam Happiness, for this powerful expose on the 1 minute war, the 1 minute strategy. There's something she mentioned here, which I would like to remind everybody. My videos, you might need to watch them more than once to really get a picture. So I know a lot of people will just rush through the video once and they're gone. Sometimes, this is why I keep saying, get a book, take notes. Those information, I paid thousands of dollars for some of those information that I'm sharing with you. Literally, I paid thousands of dollars over years of training to share this information with you. Okay, so it's a course, and you need to take it seriously and take notes. If you pay attention, you will succeed. And remember, the learning is in the doing. No matter what the video is saying, the learning is in the doing. And when I say the doing, I'm not necessarily saying you must put money inside. Many people have their funds in the match deep, right? So many people have their funds in the match deep. But you know what? You don't need to relent. Just be imagining on the app. Just say, okay, if I take it here, let me see whether it will give me the 1%. And you see to deliver. So you just keep pointing, even on Trading View with your hands. You'll be pointing on your take profit, take profit, take profit. And before you know what's happening, you have mastered the art. All right. So thank you very much. So I agree on the 1 minute. If KDJ points up, just you can go in. Though also, if BTC is not pumping, you might just wait for retracement on the 1 minute a little bit. But there's sometimes when the market is pumping. Honestly, if KDJ points up, just go in. All right. So do we have anybody who wants to share their understanding of the 1 minute trading for the TGS coins? Because we want everybody to understand this. We don't want when somebody posts a result, everybody is saying, how is it possible? Some people disbelieve it, like it is never possible with this bot. So let us share so that people don't private chat you and shut down your phone's battery when you post your results. And so I'm just going to quickly share my screen here again while I still wait for I'm still waiting for other members to share their strategy. All right, so this is this. Earlier today, for people in my structure, I had posted this. I had posted this around 10 a.m. this morning. I posted this and I said, pay attention to sun. Now, when I say pay attention to sun, I'm giving you a signal. So you know what I'm doing? I'm building my team with a strategic view. I don't want my team to be a team of people that are just followers. I want my team to be a team of people that are thinkers. So everybody knows how to do some little analysis. So when I say check sun, I have seen something about sun, and that was right here when I gave that. That was around 10 or just before 11. Sorry. That was just before 11, so that was somewhere around here. All right. And I said, sorry, just a minute. I'm trying to. Okay, this is the 1 hour chart, right? So that's somewhere around here. And I said, pay attention to sun. I had seen, oh, this is Thursday, sorry. All right. So I had seen something that told me sun was going to create results. All right. And of course, everything is probability. There's nothing 100% sure. This is it. So if you paid attention to when I said pay attention to sun, in between this window, let's use just this window. right from here to when it started retracing. If we go to the 15-minute chart, this is what you will see on the 15-minute chart. So this was it. So let's just say it was here. You entered here. And before it retraced, oh my God, this gave 15%. But you know, if you were following our normal method, we'll tell you to take 1.5% and get out. That's what we always tell you. All right, now let's go back to the 1 minute time frame for you to see the power of this method. And I hope I can capture the whole, yeah, great. I can capture it here. This is the power of the 1 minute. So I have seen step one, I'm going back to the 15 minutes. All right, I'm going back to the 15 minutes. Step one is that you should go to the 15-minute time frame and identify entry. So look at this right here. All right, right here. And this is what happened to me today. I was going to give this signal for sun. I was going to post it as a normal signal, but what happened was a member called me. I was actually in a meeting. I was in a meeting online. Then at the same time, a member called me and started talking to me. And while I was trying to resolve the issues, I forgot I was analyzing sun. And the trade had gone. But I later came back and said, just pay attention to sun so that I wouldn't miss out on it. So here, this is the 15-minute chart. Now, I want you to observe something because I really want us to get this right. This is the price has touched the lower Bollinger Band. It touched the lower Bollinger Band here. Right? It touched the lower Bollinger Band here. But KDJ was pointed downwards. So this is not a good entry. Yeah, it went up, but never mind, just leave it. You can see it came down. Then again, it touched lower Bollinger Band here. And at this point, KDJ pointed up. Now, if you had entered here, you would have made right from here, okay? You would have made your first 1%. Oh, this is the 15-minute chart. So once you see the entry, so the entry is clear here. This is the entry. Remember the condition, it has touched the lower band or the middle band. In this instance, it has touched the lower band. So this is lovely, sweet. Now, the next condition is KDJ had crossed from bottom to the top. You can see this in your RoyalQ app too, but I'm just using TradingView to show you. Now, this is green for go. Now, the next thing is, instead of jumping in, just go to the, you can even go to the 5-minute chart. You can just go to the 5-minute chart and just take a look on the 5-minute chart. Okay. All right. It's also at the bottom. It's likely heading up. All right. This looks good on the 5-minute chart. And you can see even this one was good on the 5-minute chart. But hey, from the 15 minutes, this is the one we're interested in. So, you know, it looks good on the 5 minutes. On the 3-minute chart, oh, still looks good. Still looks good. You go to war on the 1 minute. And when you come to war on the 1 minute, you're not even bothered whether it's in the middle line. Sometimes I don't bother myself. KDJ has pointed up. I enter. But sometimes it's good to wait. It's better to wait for it to touch the lower band if BTC is not pumping. I repeat, if BTC is not pumping, it's better to wait. So I enter here. I make 1%. Can you see I've made 1% one time right here? So KDJ is still up. I wait for KDJ to come down and point up again. Look at this right here. I hope you see what I'm saying. So KDJ pointed up here. I'm just trying to show you something where KDJ pointed up here. He pointed up here. That's 1. KDJ again pointed up here. That's 2. I will enter here again. Take 1%. Here again, KDJ pointed up. Sorry. Okay, this is refused to move this time. Just a moment. All right, no worries. So again, KDJ pointed up here. All right. Here, I go again. I go in and I take 1%. Can you see? 3% already taken. Now it's coming down. KDJ is now pointing down, right? KDJ is pointing down. And right here, KDJ points up. So I could have entered here. So it doesn't matter. Let's just imagine if I entered here. I would have taken 1% again. And the 1% would have sold here. It sold here. KDJ points up again here. I go in again. 1% again. Right there. Then I wait again. KDJ points up here. I maintain my greed. I'm going there. Take another 1%. All right. So it sells here. Now, at this point, I can't tell if it's going to be explosive or not. So I might just decide to wait. Let this KDJ finish whatever he's doing and point up afresh. Now here, KDJ pointed up afresh. I go in right here, take 1%. How many 1% have I taken so far? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That is 7%. 7% between what was the time? Am I even checking the right band? Sorry, I've been calculating on this other latest moves. I was supposed to be calculating between this. Sorry, I got myself confused. But it's the same logic, all right? It's the same logic. It's the same thing. So you can imagine 7% between this is 16, 4 p.m. To 4 to 7%. And you could literally keep going again and again and again and again. All right. That is how it is. But while you're doing this, I always say that on the 15-minute chart, the moment the price has hit the upper band, trade cautiously. Yeah, you can take 1, 2, 3 more times, but just get out, wait for a retrace on 15 minutes. You can see it retrace on the 15 minutes here. Then it started moving again on the 15-minute here. When it started moving again, you could go exactly. So that's exactly the point. And if we go to the 1-minute chart, let's quickly try analyze this. I'm sure you could have gotten 1 minute here, 1 here, 1 here. You would have gotten, my dear, you could have gotten more than 10% just between here and here. And that is how today people performed a lot of wonders in the market. And people really experienced breakthrough. All right. So we want people to post testimonials. But when people post testimonials, what people normally do is everybody begins to bombard them with questions. Everybody begins to bombard them with questions. And it could make people to hold back from sharing the testimonials. They could say, oh, if I share testimonial now, people will start, bombarding me with questions again. And that could be a little unpleasant because these persons are not your sponsor. And sometimes they're not your mentor on RoyalQ. So they actually owe you nothing. But because they're part of the energy team, they have to provide support because we generally provide support for ourselves on the energy team and in fact, the entire Nigerian team. Okay, do we have any questions on this? And does anybody want to add more to the discussion? Because I want us to be on the same page. All right, I want us to be on the same page so that after tonight, everybody knows how to milk the blockchain. So one important thing to remember is that use this on the top gainer coins. Look at the top 5. Look at the top 5 or 6. Observe when they are pumping. If they're going sideways, you might allow them to finish going sideways because you don't really need to trade when the market is sideways. Okay. But when they start moving, or if you see a coin that is moving from 7, 6, goes to 6 position, goes to 5, you might quickly know that this coin is about to pump. Now we have another strategy. If you see a top gainer coin that is also a hot coin on Binance, right? So you have a hot section on Binance. If you have a top gainer coin there's also a hot coin. Automatically, you need to pay attention to that coin. Observe it if it's moving. I'm not saying the fact that it is hot. It could be negative hot, you know. So, but if it's moving up and it's hot on the hot list, you might choose to observe that because it will move. All right. So these are things we want everybody on the team to know, because if everybody understands this, listen, you might not even need any other training from anybody unless you want to really go deeper into trading and, you know, eliminate all floating loss and, you know, preempt the markets super well. Then yeah, but TGS and 1 minute, war on the 1 minute can be explosive and create breakthrough for you financially. Do we have any other leaders or members that want to share how they make money on the 1 minute chart?
All right, thank you so much, Coach Nnamdi. Really appreciate you over and over again. So I'm sorry, I'm in a noisy area, so I'm able to talk for too long. You have just broken it down afresh again, because some people will say, okay, fine, that they say we should go to the 15 minutes, check the KDJ, and when we check the KDJ, we should now go down to 1 minute, and then when the KDJ is pointing up, we should enter. Now, if someone enter, because the way you explain it now has broken it down, except for someone that does not really want to understand. Because you say that when it retraces, when it points up and I take my 1% and it retraces, some people will say, how will I know the level of retracement? But it's in the video. And how do they really get the level of it? When it comes down, when the KDJ comes down and is pointing back up, that means it's ready again. That is the analysis you have just done in this video now. So if anyone doesn't really understand it, what you have explained now is actually the secret, the cocoa there. When it points up, yes, you can go ahead since it's on 1 minute. And when you have taken your 1%, wait for it to come down, because normally it will come down. So it comes down a bit and it's pointing up again, is the next thing to enter. A team partner made $9 today with $100. And I know that will just be well, because people are making more than that. But she was so happy when she was sharing with me that, Mr. Shea, God, this is interesting. I said, yes, this is interesting. Someone I just signed up yesterday is using this already. You know, as soon as I know that he signed up, he has, you know, gotten his money, but we're not able to do the signing up yesterday. We're not able to do it on time. But at least I knew his USDT and everything was ready. I said, go and watch this video. And let us meet at so, because I know he wanted to see me. Let us meet at so place. By the time we got there, he has understood what was in that video. So he explained, as of today, he has traded and he has gotten a profit. So it's simple and straightforward. Like what my boss lady said, if you don't understand it, watch it over and over. Watch it like 3 times. Watch it 3 times. Someone that really wants to succeed will do everything necessary to succeed. But if it's someone that just wants to let me also just do something. Let's see, maybe it will work. If you are doing, let's see, maybe it will work. Sorry, the person might not get the result. But if you really desire that the thing works, just watch it 2-3 times. When you watch it 2-3 times, you get the result. It speaks. It's so loud. It's loud. I get more happy, you know, knowing that I'm among this opportunity presently right now. It makes it easier. That's the truth. So if anybody is here and is not too sure about this thing, go back and watch that video. 1, 2, 3. All right, 15 minutes, and then the top gainer strategy on 15 minutes, and then go back and check the 1 minute war level. You should understand it and then practice it. When you practice it, you get better. All the people that are sharing testimonies, the simple truth is that if they did not practice it, if they keep looking at it, keep watching and did not do anything about it, they didn't take that step to practice, either use their real money or you go to their trading view and be able to say, okay, fine, let's say I enter A. Let me see how long it's going to take. That's what it takes. When you keep practicing, you get better. It gets to a level that people think you're a magician. It's not magic. It's what we can all learn. I hope that's just the little thing I want to share. It's working. Nothing about it is working. I mean, Coach Nando has broken it down again with this explanation. It's work. As soon as it comes down, it's going up again. Going on the 1 minute, comes down, it's going. And of course, yes, you have to still go back to your 15 minutes to make sure that the 15 minutes has not gotten to the top Bollinger Band fully. So if it has gotten there, then you need to, hold on and see what is the next thing that is happening on KDJ on 15 minutes. It's as simple as that. That's the simple truth. But people are really generating good income. People are generating good income. Of course, I can say that my back office, that my team members are really doing good. And so can every one of us. But it's all about just go through that video. It has explained it. It has sorted the whole issue out for us. Thank you so much, sir. I appreciate you.
All right, thank you very much, my leader, for that input. Thank you very much, sir. So that's it. I want to hear from other people. Do you have apologies? Madam Ngozi is out and she's unavoidably absent. But what she would have told you is what we're telling you today. The learning is in the doing. So begin to look at that top gainer coin. Sometimes it doesn't matter if you don't have trading capital. I tell you, in fact, you learn better when you don't have trading capital. You learn by observing. So just observe the top gainers, how they are moving. The ones that are in the middle begins to rise, go to the top. Then the ones that are at the top begins to come down. You will observe what's happening. The ones marked, Then be observing the top gainers and, just take this as an assignment. Observe the top gainer coins. Look at on Binance, see, is there anyone that is on the hot list? Just note them down on a piece of paper and then observe their position. On the piece of paper, you can write them down and write their number or their position on the RoyalQ TGS list. Then observe, do they go up? Now, if it's hot, make sure it's coloring green. That's what I think, coloring green. So once you just observe, does it go up? At least just observe. Right. So remember, there's no magic wand. Markets will move up and down. The market has been bullish of late. And that is why there's so much opportunity to make money. All right. So enjoy the bullish momentum. We're getting closer to the bull run. So everything is like practicing. The muscles of the blockchain is practicing and showing us signs of the bull run. All right. So please, by all means, master this very, very well. And your trading will be transformed. Now, we're recording this. We're going to share this to all members so that if anybody comes up and says, hey, how is it done? Is this real? We'll just tell them, go watch this video. Go watch this video and then begin to practice. So what we said in this video is the same thing we've said in the other videos, but this is like others sharing their views. Do we have some testimonials on this the 1 minute? Do we have anybody who wants to share testimonials? Mr. Shaye has shared some testimonials. I know somebody who is trading with $70 that made almost $10 today. And this person is a friend of mine. He didn't let me rest, which is a good thing. Because when I see somebody that doesn't let me rest, I just know that, okay, this person means business. So for like a week plus, he kept trading. But he made a mistake, which is a common mistake that many people make in their first month of learning. He forgot to import the strategy. In a hurry to quickly execute the trade, he forgot to import the strategy. And so he was operating with default martingale and cycle mode. So the trade sold twice. And the third time he nosedived. He just sent me a message now that the trade that was hanging for like a week has sold off. All right, so this is it. And I want to repeat for all new members, your first month is a learning month. Don't be distracted by the money you are making. The most common mistake that people make is because they're making that money, they stop learning. I want to repeat, even if you're making money, don't stop learning. Because we have been here since 2021 on this. So some of our videos are telling you things to look out for, but you might not understand it. You might not value it until it happens to you. So when it happens to you, you will then appreciate what the video said. I also have a member of the team who was trading a lot of, some good money. And he also, the same thing, forgot to import his strategy and was using default martingale. All right. So this is one of the common mistakes people are making. So I want us to forgive ourselves when we make those mistakes. The market is forgiving. It will, pump up and release the money, but let's keep learning and improving. So on one more final note, do we have anybody who wants to say something? Testimonials. Let's take 1 or 2 testimonials about the 1 minute. I find it funny. This group they like making money quietly. They don't like talking. And if you don't talk in this life, you'll be overlooked. If you don't talk, you cannot be a leader. Even in your place of work, if you don't talk, you would not stand out. Sometimes you need to talk to stand out. All right, so thank you very much. I think we've done the first one, how to make the top gainers coin with a 1 minute chart. Listen, chop and clean mouth methodology, that's what they do. Chop and clean mouth methodology, plenty of them. Chop and clean mouth methodology is a technology. Some people are very good with that technology. All right. So do we have any questions about TGS? Any questions at all right now? You can ask me questions. Going. Any questions about the TGS? Whether 1 minute, whether 15 minutes, whatever it is. Any questions? So this is the value you get from our team. I want to say this. Some people might feel that I don't give signals, or I don't want to give signals. People might, I don't want to give signals. And I need you to understand something. Most times when I want to give those signals, people are calling me to look at their trades because their sponsors are not able to help them analyze their trades. So I'm busy doing sessions with people analyzing their trades. People are chatting me for help, okay? I might have my system up, I want to check the market. I can't even do that. So generating a signal is different from just TGS. So I do a lot of analysis before I give a signal. I do a lot more than you know to give a signal, all right? So it takes more effort. And that is why when I give it, I like people trading with it. But most times I want to do this, but so many chats, so many demands, so many phone calls. In fact, I can be on a, so that sometimes is a challenge. And that is why I train a lot of people to generate these signals. But I also find out that those that were trained in the sniper certification, sniper certified institute, if I'm going to call it that, we did trainings where people took 30 trades and they all passed those trades. Somehow, because of various activities of life, and I won't blame them, things happen that make you just have to go underground for a while. It still comes back to me. So this is what we're going to do because I'm here to support you. One of our cardinal strongholds is giving of signals. All right, it's giving of signals. All right, so it can be challenging holding troubleshooting sessions, at the same time coaching people, and at the same time generating signals, at the same time answering phone calls. It can be super challenging. So it's not deliberate that you don't see some signals at times. But here's what I do sometimes. Like today, I said, pay attention to sun. Now, when you see me say that, you should understand that that is a signal. So all you have to do is go to your 15 minutes TGS, open the asset, and look at it. Does it meet the TGS entry points? What is one of the entry points of TGS? Sorry. One of the entry points of TGS is that price could be in the middle Bollinger Band, like here. All right. So price could be in the middle Bollinger Band, like here. Here is the middle Bollinger Band. All right. Price touch there, KDJ pointed up, you're going. All right. And you can just switch to the 1 minute chart. Let me show you what the 1 minute chart looks like. All right, I'm going to change the color of this candle to red. All right. Remember, I told you, you just keep swimming in the 1 minute chart till it touches this upper line. All right. So let me show you what it looks like right here. So I'm going to go to the 1 minute chart. Right. If I've done a little analysis and I just say, check this, you can just go check the simple things. Right. Here you go. Here you go. Here you go. All right. Literally, you could have milked it 1 time, 2 times, 3 times, comfortably 3 times. You'd have made 3% between 12:45 and 3% within a few hours, which is good enough. You can actually be on your dinner table and you get this, just observe on the 1 minute. All right. So I think we've all said it and shared our views. And somebody's asking, please, sir, is it advisable to set a trade on cycle mode when a coin is performing well? Now, my answer is no. No, 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 no. We have a different strategy for taking trades in cycle mode. And that strategy is not when the coin is performing well. You always want to wait for retracement on the, unless maybe you are too busy. Because if you're cycling, you might cycle 3-4 times and then start nose diving. You wouldn't know. Do you understand? You wouldn't know. And you would not like that. You honestly would not like that. All right. So always one shot and then go in again after the first one shot sells, please. Cycle mode, we've discussed this before. We have a video where we use the smart money concept. When the asset is on the discount level, you can cycle till it gets to equilibrium, right? But that's not the discussion for today. All right, as you keep coming to our meetings, we can really elaborate on that. All right, thank you very much. The agenda today is clear, and I think we've trashed the issue of the 1 minute. After today, drop me in the chat box. I want to know, drop in the chat box. Do you understand this? Drop 1 in the chat box if you fully understand this 1 minute entry methodology. Type 1 in the chat box. Now, if you don't understand, type 4. If you understand, type 1. If you don't understand, type 4. I just want some feedback. All right, great. I'm getting the feedback. All right, I'm getting the feedback. Okay. So one thing I'm going to tell you, make sure you go back to watch the videos, this recording again. But I'm just going to ask some people to tell me what they don't understand. All right, I'm just going to ask a couple of persons to tell me what they don't understand so I can. Adeola Shegun, can you please tell me what you don't understand so I can nail it for you?
Good evening, sir. The signal, because I just activated my account just 2 days ago. So I don't really understand the signal, the way the middle Boniba band and the middle one and the up one and the lower one. I don't really understand how how we can calculate it because I'm just in it. I just activated my account 2 days ago.
Okay, so I also guess you just came in late. You came in late to this meeting, right?
Yes, sir.
Huh?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay, so don't worry. I don't know who your sponsor is. Who's your sponsor?
Madam, I forgot her name. I saw her name with different.
Okay, so just ask for the list of all our videos. Okay, we have a list of all our videos. Just watch them. And next meeting we have, make sure you come here. I can break it down again, but come in on time because today we gave enough time for people to come in late. So I really want to replace, just watch the video and you'll get the hang of it. All right, so let's go to Ebele Ejiofor. Can you please tell me what you don't understand? So I can home in on it. Or you can drop it in the chat if you can't talk. You can just drop it in the chat box so I can know exactly what you need clarifications or with.
Sorry, hello, sir. Can you hear me? Good evening, house.
Good evening. Yeah.
Oh, okay. As we were talking, I actually just made another $27, like just listening to you and the other lady and everyone talking. But the truth of the matter is, as I was observing you with is it trend line or what it is? Now, okay, let me try and.
No, that's not trend line. That's just a vertical line.
Okay. When you say, oh, you were circling where you take 1 minute, 1 minute, 1 minute, 1 minute. Take 1 minute here, take 1 minute here. I understand the 15 minutes. I understand the 1 minute. What I seem to still be confused about is the entry point. Now, let me explain. On the 15 minutes, I check the Bollinger Band, and then I also look at the lower one. And then I go into the 1 minute and I check the, what's the one that curves? Sorry, wait, hold on. KDJ, good.
Mm-hmm.
So in entering, when the KDJ is right on the 1 minute, do you enter at the figures being displayed as the price? Because I watched what you were doing. You can enter.
To analyze too much. You don't need to. It doesn't need to be perfect. Do you understand?
That's what I'm saying. Hold on, because I noticed that you were circling some. Oh, you can go in here, go in here. I understand. You wait for. You wait for it to go in to the lower, and then when it's on the very high side, you just take one and start. Don't let it get too high. I understand little things, but my challenge is always the entry, because when you want
entry is easy.
Okay.
Let me help you. Entry is easy. On the 15 minutes, there are two conditions.
Okay.
That's clear to you, right? Middle band, lower band, and KDJ pointing up. Either middle or lower band, KDJ pointing up. You're good. Now, once you spot that, go to the 1 minute and just wait for KDJ to go up. Once KDJ goes up, you go in. Let's make it simple. On the 1 minute, you don't need to be carried away too much by the KDJ position. All right. Now, the market is bearish. That means, BTC is dipping. Then I will tell you to make sure that the same way you observe on 15 minutes for a pullback to touch the lower band, like this one now. This is what you wait for it to touch the lower band.
Okay.
Going in. Because the market, on a day like this that is pumping, you don't need to bother yourself, just keep going. But when it is dipping, then you wait for it to really touch the lower band. In fact, sometimes I wait for it to touch 3 times.
Okay.
If BTC is crashing, even on 15-minute chart, I wait for it to touch 3 times. This is 1, 2, 3 before I enter. This is another 1, 1, 2, 3 before I enter. So sometimes you do that. There are things that you only will master the more you use it. So I repeat myself. On 15 minutes, it's clear. On the 1 minute, when the market is moving up and pumping for the top gainer coins, just focus on KDJ. If it points up, enter. Don't think too much because we've done the analysis. Unless the market is dipping, then you just calm down and wait for it to pull back a little before you enter. Your analysis on the 15-minute charts will help you through. And remember, sometimes you go from 15 to 5 to 3, just to see the picture before entering
Okay.
on the. Yeah.
All right. Thank you.
Is it a little clearer now?
Yes, it is. It is.
Okay.
Thank you, sir.
So just remember, watch the video again, and then we'll take it from there. All right. Thank you very much, everyone, for your time. And I think you just cleared the 1 minute. So I only observe KDJ on 1 minute. Yeah, basically you can listen again. You can just use KDJ if the market is pumping, or if the market is dipping, you want to observe both criteria, just like you did on 15 minutes. So thank you very much. The 1 minute is clear again. Please, everyone, I want to see more testimonies. I want to see more testimonies. And always remember, focus on the top gainer coin. Focus on the top gainer coin. The first 3, 4, 5. Focus on them because they have that momentum and they'll keep pushing through. Sometimes even if BTC is dipping, those coins will just have a mind of their own and still vomit some money for you. Then here's another thing I want to add, and this is very important. It's coming at the end, but somebody showed me what he does. We trade with margin calls. Now, this is when you start. So let me say this. When you start, don't do this until you master how we trade with the bot. So somebody had $70, and we say you can trade 2 coins. First buying amount 10. But you know what he does? He takes the $10 as the first buying amount, triggers the trade. But when he sees that the market is moving, he does manual replenishment. That means he goes to the bot, click on buy. For that coin, clicks on buy, decides how much you want to buy, and you pull it into the trade. I know we all know manual replenishment. We have videos on that. So he has extra $60. So what he does, he will just go do manual replenishment of $50. So he knows it's not going to dip and this thing is pumping. He just goes get the money. And before you know it pumps. So that's another way people can trade. But if you're trading with a lot of money, please stick with your margin calls. No rush. You always make money. All right. But you can actually decide to implement this once in a while for trades that you see that if it's pumping on 4 hours, pumping on 1 hour, oh my God, you just go in and maximize the opportunity. How do you know when the momentum is going down? I will come to that in a moment. I'll come to that in a moment. All right. Thank you very much, everyone, for your input so far.